I am searching for worthy opponents, and when I find them, our battles will be legendary. Literally legendary. It's a deck full of legends, legendary creatures. Just look right there. All right, and today we are playing Esper Legends. Man, I just can't get enough legendary creatures lately. I just got to play all kinds of legendary creatures. It's just... Sorry, guys, I can't help it. But this deck is actually very, very good, very competitive. It does have some new additions from Murders of Karlov Manor, namely in a couple of copies of Tomik, Builder of Law, a single copy of Alquist, Proft, Master Sleuth, just because every once in a while being able to Sphinx's Rev is quite useful. And then we've also got Ezram, Agency Chief, as a top-end, difficult-to-deal-with threat to finish out games when we just spend a lot of the game getting our smaller things removed. But in effort of keeping our things from getting removed, we have things like Skrelv and Thalia and Plaza of Heroes to protect our creatures. And then we're playing, awesome things like Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, and Rona, Herald of Invasion, and Dennick. All these creatures just do a lot of work. Obviously, Raffine kind of holding it all together, making sure that we can have some ridiculous draws where we go, turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Raffine, or Malcolm being very good because he is flying, with Raffine is quite useful. And then Shieldred, it's Shieldred. She's really good with Raffine. She's also really good with Gix. We've got a couple of copies of Lord Skitter in here to help us deal with opposing graveyards, and then Urtai Resurrected is just bonk. He's so good. It's being able to just hold him up to keep our opponent from board wiping our first few plays, especially with Raffine, we can literally just run away against control, as you'll see. And then same thing with like Adeline. We can just play a 1-drop, play Skrelv, some 2-drop, and then Adeline or Raffine, and just take the game away and keep Urtai up to counter that board wipe. So obviously, we've got Esper lands, as many untapped lands as we can afford. No comes into play tapped lands in this deck because we really need to make sure we're curving out. And other than that, the deck is a blast, and it is really, really good at smashing your opponent's face and making them sad. And that's what Magic's all about, right? Us having fun and them not having fun. So, with that, let's get into some games, and we can see if we can take some fun away from our opponents. All right, let's see who is first in line for a beating. Jonah. We get to go first. These are not good lands for this hand. This is better. We will put back Acquisats. Play a Sanctum. Hopeless Nightmare. That is a pain. Let's discard the Rona. We'll flash that in at the end of their turn. Like smart people that we are. Play Fired Bricks. Go ahead and get this Malcolm out. Discard this Caves. Play a Deserted Beach and a Thalia. That should hopefully slow them down a little bit. Whatever kind of control nonsense they're on. Let's go ahead and try to get in there. See if they have removal for either of these guys. They do not. Draw. Discard. Let's get a Shielder down. Puts them down to 14. They should still be at least a turn away from being able to depopulate or anything like that. Do they have removal for Shieldred? They have a Right of Oblivion. It is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the universe. Lord Skitter. Well, let's play that so we can get rid of that right. Get in there. And we hope that they're sitting on a sunfall and not a depopulate. Nope. There's the depopulate. Oh, play Shieldred. Do they have an answer to this? Wedding announcement. That doesn't kill Shieldred. Play Raffine. Get in there. Draw, discard Plaza. Gain 2. Alright, that should put them down to 2. We're so close. Kaya Spirit's Justice. That lets them get rid of Shieldred, but that doesn't end the game. They don't have enough mana to kill Raffine, and that should do it. Draw, discard the Thalia, pump the Raffine, and we're out of here. All right, who's next? Next is Slades. All right, Slades. Time to get slayed. We go first. Love this hand. Plaza, Plaza, Plaza of Heroes. Such a good land. Play Scroll. Making all my legendary dreams come true. Sundown Pass. Alright, so is it Boros tokens? That is the question. If it is, Tomik should be pretty useful. It's not, it's just guy control. In that case, let's get Lord Skitter down. Because going wide is going to be our only hope of salvation. Okay, so they don't have... Alright, honestly, we're probably just going to sit back on this Earth Eye for like the rest of the game. Is it worth it to play? So if they go red land, yeah, we can't afford it. Because if they go red land Brotherhood's End, we're just dead. Okay. We got there. Quick ready up. Daniel J. They were eager. They were like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Opponent's going first. This is not a good hand. Because we don't have any untapped lands. This is much better. What do we put back? Probably Gix here because we don't have any flyers. Oh no, not blue-white control. Jeskai control. Thalia. Let's see if it gets helixed. Probably gets helixed. Chrome Host Deed Shark. I suppose we play Tomik. Does it block Chrome Host Deed Shark? The opponent's like, what do I do? What is that thing? They missed the land drop. That is good for us. And the question is, I think we risk it and play Adeline here. We can't afford to just sit here and do nothing. We got to develop our board. They have the Meg disappear. Unfortunate. No attacks. Opponent is still missing land drops. Play Darkslick Shores. Let's see if they counter Shieldred. That probably doesn't live. They don't! Alright, well, we'll hang tight. Do they ever get lost? They make their incubator token. I'm not quite sure why they would do that. They find a land. Because it's not like they're going to attack. Now they're making board wiping harder. I think we just get in. We have a Helix, we have a Plaza. Elspeth Smite. We protect. Play Denick. If the opponent has a depopulate, they do not. Let's Celeste this. Let's get in like this. No sense in just sitting back and taking a bunch of damage since we're probably going to get board wiped this turn. We've got Aquazots to follow it up. And they still need a land if they're sitting on Sunfall. And they did just take a bunch of damage from Shieldred, so that was helpful. Brotherhood's End does clear a couple of our creatures. Wait, what? Oops. That wouldn't have won them the game, even if they'd chosen the right mode, but they definitely chose the wrong mode. Oh, you startled me. What are you doing here? Oh, what? You're watching my video. Well, thank you so much for doing that. You know, it would make me extra happy, though, if you'd hit that like button and that subscribe button. It would make me super happy, like this. We are ready for Despair. What's going on, Despair? We go first. Hooray! I like going first. Beach tapped. Or blue-white control. Fear us. Their mono red, it looks like. Mono faces Kakazan. Joy. Alright, so the question is, do we play Malcolm or Thalia? I think we play Malcolm and then play Thalia on the following turn if we don't find a land. Malcolm can help us find land though. Phoenix check. And I'm kind of tempted to flash this in and block that, but if they have a monstrous rage, it's so bad for us. Flash into Malcolm. See if it gets play with fired. It's going to. Unfortunate. Well, we find a land, so we can at least lure in this Kimono. Get rid of that. Take a little damage off the table. And then we can get this Raffine down to start blocking the chick, possibly. Face down card. Well, we know what that is. So let's go ahead and attack. We will discard Malcolm. If the opponent wants to block, we're cool with that. Yep. Anytime mono red is blocking, we're happy. We can't afford to block with Raffine just yet. He is not big enough to survive a monstrous rage or kill the Phoenix chick through a monstrous rage. What you got, opponent? I bet it's a red card. Look at that, a red card. I'm a psychic. Charming Scoundrel. Putting a wicked token. Man, we can't block either of these things. Another Kimono. Feels bad, man. Seachrome Coast. Well, let's play an Adeline. Get in there with Raffine. Draw. Discard. Okay, Otwara can be useful at some point. We're getting to a point where we can start. Okay, so there's a Phoenix check. That's going to come in with a counter. We're starting to get pretty low on life. When it gets in there with both the chicks, leads me to believe they are not sitting on a monstrous rage, which is good for us. Dennick, Talia, and then that leaves us the ability to cast Otwara for 1 mana. And then we got some life gain on the battlefield, so we just gotta hope that that's not a lightning strike in the opponent's hand, and they're not just gonna lightning strike us 2 times in a row and make us cry. Let's discard both of these because we really want to keep this Otwara. When it really needs to block this Adeline, they're not gonna though. Alright, so if they can't kill us this turn, they're probably very dead next turn. Alright, we have enough blockers. And we have an Otwara. So if they have 2 things that can attack in their hand, we just really don't want it to be a bunch of lightning strikes. Alright, so we'll block Otwara, this Phoenix chick, because we can't risk going down to 4. They replay the Phoenix chick, that's fine. Land. Alright, we should be in good shape now. So I'm going to play this Dennick. We're going to get in like this. Put a bunch of counters on Dennick, hopefully. That's a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a clue. Make Dennick a 6/7. Puts us up to a comfy 12. This is also a lot of damage. I should have just attacked with the Raffine, to be honest. Would that have made a difference? That wouldn't have been lethal. I think this was the right play. This is the safest play. It's always better safe than sorry against mono red. You never know when you're going to get blown out. They block. And they block a 1/1. We're going to take 1 from the Wicked token and then go up to 11 from Dennick. I was going to say, yeah, you got to block Dennick or you're going to die. They're just like, I don't want to block the Dennick, though. I don't want to lose my Mistress Foundry. Come on, opponent. Make your decisions. Take your beating. What is their 1 card? Is it a Monstrous Rage? Play with fire there to stop me from gaining the life. Wow. I have to admit, that was clever. That was clever, but that doesn't win them the game. Case of the Crimson Pulse. We should be good. I gotta admit, I was not expecting that. I'm ready. Are you ready, LKJ? Art thou ready for a beating? Opponent goes first, but this is an okay curve. We'll keep. Island. Is it mono blue? I hope not. I hate playing against counterspells. Counterspells are boring. If I had it my way, all Magic decks would be like this one. They missed a land drop. What? Play Dennick. That should stop any... The Fading Hope. Okay. You're gonna scry. One on the bottom. Did they really keep a one lander? Are they that greedy? They find a second land, but man, that was a greedy keep. That was a very greedy keep. I'm gonna play a Skrelv. They're gonna counter the Skrelv. So we're gonna replay the Dennick since they countered the Skrelv. Shipwreck Marsh. Get in there with Dennick. Let us play Tomik, Wielder of Law. They have a counterspell for this. They have Make Disappear. Okay. We so very closely could play Cavern in this deck, but there's just a handful too many non-humans in the deck. Let's play Raffine. Raffine resolves. I like that. Counters on Dennick. Let's get rid of Lauren, because I don't think Lauren's going to help us out much this game. Grow the Dennick. Opponent's just doing nothing. Alright, well, let's play Shieldred. Put some counters on Raffine this time. Spread them around. Let's get rid of Seachrome Coast and Rona. Gain a few life. Shieldred's really good against this deck when they like to play their thirsts and their drawing lots of cards. There's a Haughty Djinn. Oh, well, look at this guy getting all impatient. I'm thinking. Mr. Impatient over here. Well, do you have a counter for our Urtai? Now they're thinking. Connect the dots. Oh, we figured it out. If it's another Make Disappear, then they have to sacrifice the Djinn anyway. This is definitely not good for them because regardless of whether they have a counter or not, they're still dead, so. They are still very dead. Opponent is Salty Roping. They can't possibly be thinking that hard about this. They have one thing they can do, which is counter this potentially, or bounce one of our things. Bouncing the Shieldred would be helpful for them, but then they still die, so. There is no good answer here. They could march. They could have March of Swirling Mist. They could march for a bunch, like exiling a bunch of cards from their hand, but probably not. I think they're just Salty Roping. Oh, they're gonna do something. Bye-bye, Mr. Djinn. Just gain a few life. Get out of here, mono blue tempo. We get to go first. We don't get to play Skrull on one though. Thalia is really good though, so we'll try it. And then if we find a third land for this Raffine, we're golden. Hey, look at that. Found the third land. So Thalia. Let's see if it's Domain. I haven't seen Domain too much in Best of 1 lately, to be honest. I think we do okay against Domain. Atwara. Oh, nope, it's land combo. Alright, let's play Cave, get Raffine down. Get in with Thalia. We will discard the Skrull because we're probably not going to be able to fit that into our curve very well. Seeing as we would really like to play Children next turn. Broker's Hideout for the opponent. And mill the Nissa, so they've got to get the Nissa back somehow. Alquist Croft. I'm gonna go ahead and play Tomik since he flies, and we can get him in over. Discard, discard. We find a land. We can play Shieldred next turn. Opponent is at 12. The nice part about this deck is it's a little, it's slow. So Slogurk. They pump it up a little bit with the Riveter's Overlook. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. So if I attack... Honestly, I think killing the Slogurk here is the answer. Kill the Slogurk. They put the lands back in their hands, so now they don't even have the lands to get back with the Analyst. Let's discard Alquist, Chrome, Peach. On the blocks. Is that 7? We'll play the Atwara. See if we get board wiped. I don't know if this deck plays board wipes, but they might. Another Analyst. That's definitely not going to do it. There's an Attract in the yard. Broker's Hideout. Puts them to 8. That should be game. We might have a removal spell for something here, but Shieldred should clean up. Go and play Shieldred. Get in like this. Discard, 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 discard. Well, let's keep the Malcolm, because we can technically play that if somehow they blow us out here and kill something, stop us from winning. Can flash in the Malcolm, get those crucial last points of damage in. They do have a cut down for the Thalia. That's still lethal though. They take 2 unless they have a removal spell. Before draw, do they? Got something. Are they saved by the bell? Urgent Necropsy. That does kill Shieldred. All right, we've even if they managed to, I mean, that's their whole turn though. Like, yeah, they stopped us from winning right that second, but I mean, yeah, good game. All right, and we're back for the post game wrap. All right, so nice, respectable, solid 63% win rate, 79% on the play. I don't know how we went first so much, but we did really good when we went first. A little bit of a struggle going second, but I mean it's technically an aggro deck. You know, we're at basically an Esper Legends aggro deck, so I mean any aggro deck is going to struggle when it goes second, especially with how many other aggro decks there are out there. But the deck's doing fantastic. 63% win rate is definitely nothing to scoff at. And I definitely think that this is a great deck to rank up with. It's definitely a lot of fun to rank up with. And that's what's most important. I always think that the most important thing is to make sure you're having a fun time. And this deck is a blast. I had so much fun playing this. And it's a deck that just feels a little bit different every game. You never feel like you're doing the exact same thing every game, and that just really helps the monotony of trying to rank up through Platinum and Diamond and getting to Mythic. And so for that reason, I think the deck's definitely worth taking a look at, trying out if you have the cards, if you have the wild cards. And with that, I appreciate your time. I had fun playing the deck for you, and I'll see you in the next one.